My Tesla stock price target for year end 2024 is $3,000 per share. In 2024, I am expecting the two biggest catalysts to date in the history of Tesla: robo-taxis doing their first fully autonomous fares somewhere on planet Earth, most likely in the US, maybe in China, and the release of the $25,000 Tesla, aka the Tesla Q. Please, if anyone at Tesla's watching, make sure this name happens. My Tesla stock price target for year end 2024 is $3,000 per share. In 2024, I am expecting the two biggest catalysts.
Anybody who's been long in Tesla, the Dave Lees, the Rob Maurers, the Stephen Ryans, all of these guys who've been long-term, the Warren Ridlicks, Tesla Boomer Mama, all of them, I'm probably forgetting a few, right? All of these guys who've been there from the start, Farzad, right? All of them have made a lot of money, in fact, life-changing amounts by being a Tesla investor. The people who you hear are getting screwed by this stock is the people who are trying to time it and trade it. And, they usually get burned because this is an extremely volatile stock. Now, if you're looking for something to retire on and to add to your kids' college fund and stuff like that, I think Tesla is a good stock to look at if you're not going to touch it for the next 10 years. I have to decide if I want to do more, but know that if I'm doing more, it's just a cash grab. Because I got 10 days to make these videos. But hey, I'm going to be transparent about it. Hey, it's a lot of money. It's like, a couple $1,000 a video. And for 30 seconds, read, whatever.
I'm predicting that Tesla stock price in about 15 years will be somewhere around $48,893, which from today's date is roughly 47x where we are today, which is a lot.
Headline: Tesla stock falls after earnings, and Tesla misses profit forecast, share slide ahead of earnings call, and Tesla misses fourth quarter revenue estimates on weak auto sales and warns of lower volume growth in 2024. And Tesla warns of, quote, notably lower growth as it builds new car.
To hit, but no doubt, the margins, the price cuts, that I think is front and center for many investors.
Okay, so let's take those. Margins, are they going to be hurt by more price cuts?
Look, we believe coming in that 90-95% of price cuts were done. They've continued to cut prices.
You've told me that like 3 appearances ago.
Yeah, and look, and the problem is that as they continue to cut margins, last year it was the right move. This year, you got to hold the line.
And welcome back to the channel, everyone. It looks ugly out there for the Tesla earnings report. It's a miss on the top and the bottom line. I'm sure the pumpers are going to come up with ways to spin this in a positive light. They always do. And in fact, the lead pumper has some prepared statements. And this is according to Bloomberg Tesla earnings bingo. Yes, I did say bingo. And it's actually really funny. They put together a chart of things that Elon could say. And let's see if we can get a bingo. So pick out your favorites. Let me know in the comments. What will Elon do to pump the stock or maybe hurt the stock? Will Elon talk about something like full self-driving because that's the future, bros? Or is he going to say, you know what, we're digging our own grave, that's negative, so maybe not so good? Or maybe Elon's going to be like, hey, there's something about crypto you need to know. Or could it be Dojo and their new supercomputers? Or go more negative and say, you know what, the real problem is diversity, equity, inclusion. Blame the dark people, blame the females. That's why we're losing money. Or maybe it's all China's fault. Who knows? Is Elon Musk going to be high in the earnings report? Is he going to be puffing a joint? Possibly. You never know. Or is he even complaining about the government? But, positively, demand for Teslas is unlimited. That's what Elon would say. Elon hates unions. Don't forget about that because he says we don't need unions because Elon pays everyone everything all the time because he makes so many millionaires, as you guys know. And could Elon possibly say that Tesla is a robotics company? Because Optimus is coming, guys, and prototypes are easy. So isn't this bingo just wonderful? Moreover, will he go back to production is hard? No, he just said prototypes are easy. What's going on here? You could say next-gen platform that always gets the bulls excited, or talk about Cybertruck, but there's a high chance in the earnings call he could interrupt an executive, maybe shout some lame slurs, etc. He could insult some analysts, and say, oh, you just don't understand what's going on, right? Not many people understand this. He could go back to Tesla is an AI company, be reasonably optimistic. I don't even know what Magnapack is. You guys can tell me that one. I don't even know. And he started talking about, and this was the reference to Twitter, Earth as a market, and then insult some sort of philosophical framework. I'm basically saying that I'm a genius, and the way that other people think about the world is all wrong. Only me, Elon Musk, and Tesla, and us Tesla fanboys and fangirls have the world understood. completely. And if you just don't understand what we're saying and don't believe what we're saying, then you are a party pooper. So let me know how you did on Tesla Bingo and if you won. Now, it's really funny, and this is just the reality of it, guys. I was watching a little bit of Tesla Pumper TV, and it's exactly what I told you it would be. They're going to try to skirt around reporting to you that earnings are bad. And again, this is an earnings report. If they don't show you the earnings, they are lying to you by admission. Now, what's interesting is this is the actual financial summary right here. You guys can pull it up for yourself. It's over on the Tesla Investor website. And literally the first thing I looked at when I look for this stuff, I look for EPS, right? You want to look at this. You want to look at your net income. Now, there's a couple funky things. And again, this is an earnings report. There's a couple of funky things I want to point out. So first, the thing that you should know that there's two different ways to do accounting. There's GAAP and non-GAAP. So I took accounting in business school. I am not an accountant, though. So if someone who is an accountant, please chime in. The reason why I mention that is because there's some weird creative accounting going on here. If you look at this, non-GAAP, I can see here for net income is down 39% from last year, and then the EPS is down 40%. What's interesting, though, is the GAAP is up 115, and then the EPS is up 112. So it's like really, really different. If you look at the last earnings report, usually the GAAP and non-GAAP, they're going to be roughly similar. My understanding, there's some sort of like tax benefit that they got and something like that, and they're now just reporting it this year. I call this creative accounting because this could be a way to kind of fool people, I guess, or whatever. But again, if you guys are an accountant, please chime in on this one. It's just this is some weird, funky accounting thing. Because if you look at the other numbers, they all kind of line more with the non-GAAP. I can see our EBITDA is down, 27%. You can see this from here. Income from operations down 47%. So, this doubling on the GAAP thing is a bit weird. Total automotive revenues is only up about 1%. Yes, guys, I can see they're increasing their energy storage revenues and their service and other revenues, right? I can see those increases at 10 and 27%, but it's so much smaller than their revenue from their cars, right? So they always try to tell you, the pumpers try to tell you that this is, more than a car company, but when you're making like, 21 billion around, was it 21.5 billion in your auto your revenues, but then like your other revenues from energy is like 1.4 and your services is like 2. I mean, it's clearly you get most of your money from auto sales, right? It's not crazy. Auto revenue is probably better to say it. Moreover, which is really interesting, talking about the misses. So then Wall Street wanted a 73 per share earnings per share. We ended up with 71 cents. And the other thing to take a look at was margins. So they were looking for 18. It came in at 17. Margins are going down. That's just basically the story here. The other thing, too, I want to mention in terms of stock price, the top of Tesla was $407. That was on November 5th, 2021. As of recording, and I think earnings call might be going on right now or something of that. If Elon says anything crazy, I'll do another video on it. But there was a weird spike at, you can see right there, on 5:04 p.m. UTC. So it's, I'm in Korea time, but the UTC is like your universal time. But it went down to 192. So will it finish in the after hours below 200? We'll see. And I warned you guys about this, if you follow my videos, that, around earnings, which is now, you may end up losing half of your money. And all the pumpers and fanboys and fangirls said I, was making stuff up. I'm a liar, that kind of stuff. Turned out to be correct. And this is just the sad thing about it, though, is people are going to eat this stuff up. What I mean by eat this stuff up is, is there going to be a new car? These kind of stuff. What was that one headline? It was right here. Yeah, Tesla warns of notably lower growth as it builds a new car. I've already noticed some of the pumpers have been talking, about this new car, how it's going to be awesome, etc.
My Tesla stock price target for year end 2024 is $3,000 per share. In 2024, I am expecting the two biggest catalysts to date in the history of Tesla: robo-taxis doing their first fully autonomous fares somewhere on planet Earth, most likely in the US, maybe in China, and the release of the $25,000 Tesla, aka the Tesla Q. Please, if anyone at Tesla's watching, make sure this name happens.
If I do a very quick auto loan calculator online to check how much this compact car would cost with the $7,500 tax credit, I come up with a price of about $290 per month at a 6% interest rate at $0 down, $290. So this is crazy. If this holds, this is kind of crazy.
So tell me what you think about Tesla earnings and what you think about the bingo. Which one of these things will Elon say, or will there be something new that will completely change the game of Tesla bingo? So let me know what you guys think, and do appreciate your time, and I'll catch you all in the next video.
Margins, are they going to be hurt by more price cuts?
Look, I mean, we believe coming in that 95% of price cuts were done. They've continued to cut prices.
You've told me that like 3 appearances ago.
Yeah, and look, and the problem is that